And we are live. Oh yeah, let me get this Facebook set up and we can get it going. What's going on, Malik? Shout out to you. Oh yeah, so we are live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Oh yeah. All right, so we're here today. It's Wednesday, October 24th. Welcome to the Gentleman of Crypto. I am Bitcoin Zay. As you can see, it'll be the gentleman of crypto today. Just me doing it solo, but got a lot of great news for you today. I want to get through it so we can discuss some of the more pressing topics later. So come on in. Let's see, people coming in on Facebook and YouTube. So for our free crypto coin winner, I want to shout out to Crypto Q. He is our free winner for our question about the HTC blockchain phone. We asked, what features would you like to see? Would you like certain things to change? And his answer basically was saying it should be great for user experience and users should have, a lot of use case for the phone. So, which is something I agree with, because if you're using a cell phone, got to have users, right? So appreciate you, Crypto Q. Be sending you the free cryptic coin when you put your address. So let's jump right into the news. Biggest news of the day. Japan approved self-regulation for the cryptocurrency industry. Give them a big clap right there. Finally, a country has come to a consensus that the cryptocurrency market should be self-regulated, which is what we agree with here at the Gentleman of Crypto. A lot of the regulators, they need to keep a job. And since this is the new industry, they want to have their hands in it. However, most of crypto can be self-regulated between the market as well as some of the people who run different companies. So it says here, the Financial Services Agency approved the Japan Virtual Currency Exchange Association, a body comprised of 16 licensed domestic crypto exchanges, to become a certified fund settlement business association. So a lot of that basically to say that they've chosen 16 different people to be on a board, and they will decide most of the Japanese virtual currency, dealings and business things. Basically, this guideline, it to me is a little bit better than having, just pure regulators from the outside, because they at least know what they're talking about. The people that they bring in, Japan is notorious for being big on crypto. So they're doing basically everything they can to keep the crypto train going. And it's good to see here. It was reported in April that this governing body was a marked effort among Japan's licensed exchanges. They all wanted to get a self-regulatory body. If you remember, we discussed after CoinCheck got hacked for 530 million. You kind of want to rein it in at that point. 530 million gone. So they figured, hey, we need to basically have some sort of self-regulation, and this is what they came up with. So good to see there. It states here in their accreditation papers, with the acquisition of the accreditation, we will continue to make further efforts to create an industry that you can trust from everyone who uses virtual currency with members, aka exchanges. So they're basically working with exchanges to make sure security is in place, maybe some insurance packages coming later. Very good for the space, because from a regulation standpoint, what can you do? I mean, if they're going to try and put their hand in it, might as well be self-regulation by people who at least know what they're talking about. So that will bring in more money, because I know some people are just scared to get hacked. I've literally talked to people who have money or a good amount of money, and their biggest thing is security, man. If somebody hacks me, I'm not losing, $1 million, $500,000 on some virtual currency. So definitely good for the space there. Shout out to Japan. Let's do some of these shout outs for people coming in. Cornelius, appreciate you. What's going on? Alpha Robbins, what's going on? Milto, oh yeah. Professor Zay in the house. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Tim, Paul, thank you for tuning in. Oh yeah, appreciate you. So Aaron, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming on in. So moving on to some good news. Mark Cuban back ICO receives a esports crypto betting license. So shout out to them. If you've heard us before, we talked about Unicorn. This is an esports company. They raised $15 million in the ICO pre-sale this year. They actually got a betting license on the Isle of Man, which is a key step to rolling out as crypto around the world. So if you know anything about the esports world, it's slowly catching up to sort of the fantasy sports world right now. The platform users can place bets on events, teams, players. They can bet on their own performance. Like if you play in Fortnite, League of Legends and all of that, you can actually bet against somebody else, make money off of it. So this is a pretty big industry going forward. And Mark Cuban realizes it. He's already discussed Bitcoin. He's talked about ICOs. He's actually in this space now as an investor, which isn't surprising. Being a billionaire, you can invest in some companies and make some money. So Mark Cuban, they use infrastructure provided by Bittrex. This company, users will be given the ability to seamlessly take part in betting and gaming activities using crypto on the platform, which we've always stated that gaming such as this is a great use case for crypto. If you play a game, you can pay in-app right now with US dollars or with fiat. But if you have crypto, you can pay for what you play for. You can pay by the minute. You can make bets. I would love to see, my favorite video game is 2K of all time. I would love to see a day where you can just make bets online with people, send cryptocurrency, and then it's there in a second as soon as the game is over. So it says here, Unicorn built the most advanced wagering backend in the world, built by incorporating blockchain technologies. And they're entering a segment of the global games market which exceeds $30 billion, people, $30 billion market. So it looks like Mark Cuban is trying to infiltrate that. Hey, more power to you. Esports is getting big right now. So great to see there. Got a few more people coming in. Let's see. Madam Crypto, sorry to hear that. You got hacked last week, lost 4K. Oh, man. Yeah, not good to hear. Like I said, we've had to learn our lessons. I'm sure a lot of people have had to do that before. So hopefully, they find a way either to get it back or more security from my standpoint. Let's see. SJ Smith. Is it from an exchange? Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully it's not an exchange. That would be, you can definitely take them to court at some point, but it is the Wild West, so they may just disappear, honestly. So cool works, trying to learn more about esports. Yep, good spot to look at too. If you're a coder, if you're somebody who's looking at building a product, esports, and being able to bet, because that's a worldwide thing right there. It's not really restricted by certain boundaries. So let's see. Mark Cuban, yeah, definitely adds some serious credibility. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And you said the GateHub wallet. Okay, so yeah, look out for GateHub. I wouldn't use that right now if they're getting hacked. Maybe an inside job. Definitely look into that. Definitely maybe some legal ramifications if you want to pursue that. So moving forward, let's see. Speaking of custodial services, New York, they actually gave Coinbase the green light to offer regulated crypto custody. So Coinbase is in the news again. We discussed before. To me, the turning over of the crypto market happened yesterday when Coinbase basically became a centralized bank with their stable coin. So to say, it's hard to have a stable coin when we don't even have a stable dollar. But hey, whatever they can market, right? But it looks like they have become a qualified custodian, which operates similarly to a bank. So much so that it is sometimes referred to as a custodian bank. You don't say. If you are doing the same practices as banks and you're masking it with cryptocurrency, you're still a bank. So it's authorized to hold money for other people. In general, the purpose is to minimize theft and or loss of funds. Like I've stated before, it's two sides to every coin. For the crypto market, may not like it, but for institutional investors, big money people who just want exposure to it as an asset, they want to make sure they can give their money to somebody where it won't be stolen. Like you said, people get stolen out of wallets all the time. So Coinbase is among one of the first crypto firms to do it. BitGo actually just got it before. And if you are kind of confused about it, Coinbase Custody Trust Company, which is what we're discussing now, is different from Coinbase as a legal entity. So Coinbase operating as an exchange for regular users is one thing, and then the custody trust company is another. So don't want to get confused there. So whenever you are looking at these products, if you are looking at using it either as a retail investor or institutional as a business, you can know what to do. The move, it doesn't affect everyday use of Coinbase products. And, if you have larger holders, which they have, big money people, you may see some new options, some new products. I've never kept that much money on Coinbase ever, even when I used it. So I know I wouldn't be included in that. But if you are, you can definitely look at them for getting different options for putting your money in their trust. This is confusing, though, because they had a cold storage option before. If anybody's one of the old Coinbase users, I'm not sure now, I haven't looked at it in forever, but one of the old options they had was for cold storage. I don't know if they had to comply with New York just to do it, but if they had to get a license from New York, I'm pretty sure it was bankers trying to figure out a way into somebody holding their crypto for them. So just a part of the market moving, so to say. And thank you, Jeanette, joining in. Appreciate you. Yeah. So moving forward, a bit of good news here. If you may have seen, if you're on Twitter, if you follow Elon Musk, one of my favorite inventors ever, Elon Musk, actually stated that people should buy Bitcoin. If you are, familiar with Elon Musk, he was on Joe Rogan smoking weed. He was in a spat with the SEC over a tweet, and now he's basically tweeting out about buying Bitcoin. And it's funny because Twitter thought he got hacked and they locked his account, which is crazy because, they just basically looked at what he tweeted and thought, hey, this can't be coming from, the guy who runs Tesla, even though the CEO moniker is becoming different nowadays. A lot of CEOs using crypto and smoking weed and doing what they want in tech. So it's not very surprising. CCM reported that Musk made the tongue-in-cheek quip about offering Bitcoin for sale in response to a question from a follower about whether Tesla accounts will soon begin utilizing two-factor authentication. So he basically was trying to make a joke, went bad. Twitter, it's crazy the control that they have. They just locked his account. He had to ask to get it back, probably through email and some sort of certification, which is crazy. But I think that is going to open the door for other social media platforms who are like, hey, especially decentralized platforms, like, hey, we're not going to shut down your account. You just got to have some better user experience, in my opinion. So this is crazy to see to me. It was funny. I saw it in real time. And, a lot of people are familiar with Elon Musk talking about Bitcoin. But this tweet was, a start of a domino effect, which exposed a lot of different things. So, yeah, definitely cool works. Love Elon Musk, too. Very visionary, man. Got a lot of stuff going for him. Does have some in-house stuff to clean up, I will say. But what company doesn't, man? We've talked about enough companies here. Everybody has their problems. Oh yeah, shout out Lamar just joining in on the broadcast right now. Appreciate you, man. We'll be doing it later today. But let's jump into our last story of the day. I don't want to hold you too much, but some great news. Boost VC, which was run by Adam Draper, they just confirmed that they have funded 100 Bitcoin startups over the last 4 years. Shout out to them, letting the money spread. Plenty of money to go around. They've definitely helped facilitate it. Back in March 2014, they declared that they would invest in 100 Bitcoin startups over the next 3 years. Shout out to Wakanda from Lamar Wilson. May want to, put in a bid for people to come up with ideas and send it to them, because that's definitely a hard thing to do. 100 companies in 4 years. They said 3, but they got it in 4. It's still very good. 100 different companies. Some of the companies that they invested in include Lawnmower. Let's see, Bitquick, Bitwall, Clevercoin. There's a lot of different ones, but they've definitely put their money where their mouth is, and it's good to see there. As Draper told CoinDesk in the interview, it has always been about building the open financial system of the world. In 2017, we started to feel potential of what this could be, and now that potential is actually being built. So I want to give people a timeline. You got to make sure you remember most of these companies, take 3, 4, 5 years to get going. Most companies don't even see profits until the second or third year. So you got to give it some time. So the fact that these companies have been getting funded a lot lately, I'm very excited for the next 5 years, simply because when you start to invest in the business, you get it back full fold. I mean, if you're in crypto, I'm sure a lot of people have given away crypto or done their part in order to get other people in it. And it always adds up long term. So good to see there's some great news. And also, I just want to throw in at the end, it's looking for 20 companies to join the 3-month incubator, where they'll be provided with housing and office space, entrepreneurship, coaching, and a check between $50,000 and $100,000. So that's pretty big. Some great companies definitely coming out. I'm telling you, there's a 14-year-old somewhere that's going to change the world. They're out there somewhere right now, and in this crypto space, they're definitely looking for them. So we're going to end on that note. Let's see if we have any more comments. Let's see. Madam Crypto, she states, I had coins on there. I forgot they were on there. Came across 2FA. Decided to check it, and everything was going. Oh man, sorry to hear that. I've heard that a lot, where people don't have 2FA, and the exchange or somebody hacks it, and they can basically say, well, you didn't have 2FA. It's not our problem. So you definitely, whenever you get an exchange, get 2FA the same day that you sign up for the exchange. Sorry to hear that, Madam Crypto. Man, that's a big hit. But Cool Works. Yeah, visionary, humanitarian. Yeah, they don't know what to do with Elon right now. He's one of those guys that if you're really smart, you're supposed to be quiet, and he's not. He definitely, does his own thing, says what he wants, which is fine in my view. I mean, if you become a billionaire doing anything, you can definitely say what you want at that point. So shout out to Elon Musk. For our question of the day, though, I'm going to finish it up here. We just spoke about Boost VC funding 100 companies in 4 years. I want to put you into the mind of a venture capitalist. If you are a venture capitalist and you could invest in a company or a type of company, what type of company would it be? Or if there's a company you know already, a friend or a colleague that started one, let us know. Put it in the comments. Put your cryptic coin address, and we'll send those free coins. So shout out to everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. Have a good one. Hump day.